Hi, welcome to this month's issue of the Home Cooking Newsletter. My name's Andy,
And I'm Amy.
and we're not Dan and Kathy, but I hope you'll forgive us ahead of time, because what we're going to lack in maybe personality from Dan and Kathy, we're going to make up for with a great recipe. Today we're going to make one of our favorite meals, which is pizza.
This is a stuffed crust pizza, and we're going to show you how to make the dough. It's very, very simple, basic recipe, but it has great results.
All right, well, show us how to do it.
You start with 3 cups of flour, and I just dump everything into my Bosch. So 3 cups of white flour.
So we're making the dough. We're making the whole thing from scratch here. So I'm going to start here.
You should dump towards him.
Yeah.
1 teaspoon of salt. 1 packet of yeast. A tablespoon of sugar. 2 tablespoons of oil. I use olive oil, but you can use vegetable oil or whatever you have on hand. And 1 cup of warm water.
Does it have to be warm water?
It has to be warm water for the yeast to start working. So you get that all in your mixing bowl.
My hands are clean, by the way.
Let's hope. And then we're going to mix this for about 10 minutes until the dough forms into a nice soft ball. So this dough has been mixing for 10 minutes now, and you can see it's a nice soft dough, very elasticy. You don't have to have a mixer in order to make this dough. You can just knead it by hand. It takes about 12 minutes, but you really just want to have a nice elasticy dough. So with or without a mixer, this is what you're looking for. And you can see the sides of the mixer are all clean. The dough has pulled in all the flour, and it's ready to make into the crust.
So now what do we do?
So now we are going to get it onto our pizza stone. We like to use a pizza stone because it makes our crust nice and crispy. You don't have to use a pizza stone for this recipe. It's just our preference.
We love the pizza stone.
It gives it kind of a restaurant-style pizza crust. So to prepare the pizza stone, you're just going to spray it down with some non-stick spray and sprinkle it with cornmeal. The cornmeal is a nice touch to the crust. It just makes it extra crunchy. It's kind of fun.
It has kind of a good taste. It really does add to the pizza. I really like the cornmeal.
And I just sprinkle it on there liberally. Just get it all over.
By the way, we're making a barbecue chicken pizza. We are trying to think of something that may be a little unique, and I know it's getting a lot more popular, but if you've never tried barbecue chicken pizza, you really need to try it and try this recipe. We're also going to do something a little bit special to it, is we're going to do it stuffed crust style.
My kids love stuffed crust pizza. They actually prefer the crust to the pizza.
Well, so do I.
Whenever we do it stuffed crust.
If we don't do stuffed crust, the kids don't actually eat the crust. So we end up with all these crusts left over, and the pizza just goes quicker, and it's just a much better thing to do with pizza, I think.
So with this stuffed crust, what you want to do is roll your dough out to the very edge of the pizza stone or your pan. And I actually just stretch mine. And you want to stretch it over the edge.
How far would you say over the edge?
About an inch or so over the edge.
So if you're on a pizza stone or if you're on a baking sheet, I guess.
Yeah, you just want it to come over the edge of whatever you're baking on. We like to have a nice thick crust on our pizza. So I like to roll it out until it's about a 1/4 inch thick, a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. And this doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of this recipe. You can make it very sloppily and it always turns out. So now I'm just going to stretch these edges. Okay, so this dough is ready. It's all rolled out and you can see it's not perfect, and that's fine. What we're going to do to make the stuffed crust is I have some nice mozzarella cheese here, and I'm just going to go around the edge of the pizza and just put a nice thick line of mozzarella cheese.
You can tell who's the one experienced at making the pizza. It's obviously Amy. I am experienced in eating the pizza, though.
We're a good team.
That's a great team, I say.
It's a great team.
I did discover a little tip that I'll show you at the end with the stuffed crust that really, I think, made the pizza.
We're just going to go all the way around here.
Now that's pretty thick. It looks like quite a bit of cheese there.
It is, but this crust is so thick and it bakes up so nice that it deserves a lot of cheese.
I agree.
It's yummy. Now we're going to take some Italian seasoning and just sprinkle it on to the crust. You can do a little bit or a lot, just depending on your taste. Just go all the way around here. That's good. Now, to hold the cheese in, you just roll the edge up and press it down into the crust just to seal off that cheese.
It just sticks there.
And you're going to want to make it so that the edge of the crust comes up off the edge of the pan. You don't want your pizza crust hanging off of the pan when you're baking. Otherwise, you'll end up with a big mess. So just make sure that the edge of the crust is pressed down really nice, just so the cheese stays in.
Okay, now that the crust is ready, we're now going to add the toppings to it. And like I said, we're going to make a barbecue chicken pizza. And it's so good.
So first we just start out with some barbecue sauce. And that's going all over in here.
Now this one you want to try because sometimes the barbecue sauce can be strong. It's stronger than pizza sauce, that's for sure. So if you add too much, you get a really strong flavor. I find that you want to be a little bit less with the barbecue sauce than you would be with like a mozzarella sauce, don't you think, Aim?
I like a lot of sauce. It's really just personal preference here.
So yeah, you may want to try that. I like probably a little less of the barbecue. I love the flavor, but if there's too much barbecue, then it just seems a little strong to me. Just one tip maybe you might want to consider.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to do some cilantro. Normally, at least I would think that the cilantro would be added last on top, but we've found that with pizza, if you add the cilantro on top, it just dries up and just kind of flakes off. So if you put it right down in with the sauce, it stays nice and moist and adds a lot of flavor to the pizza.
I don't know why I love cilantro. I can't even really think of what it tastes like if you just eat a piece. It really doesn't have any flavor.
It's
I mean,
so
kind
good
of
though.
does, but
And you don't have to add as much as I'm adding here. We like to do lots of toppings on our pizza.
the cilantro is great. It really is good.
Okay, and after the cilantro, we're going to put a nice layer of just mozzarella cheese.
Oh boy.
Then do you want to add the chicken to it?
I sure will. I finally get to do something.
This is just chicken breast just cooked up in a frying pan.
And we've tried different ways of chicken. You can get kind of shredded chicken in a can. You can barbecue the chicken. I like the barbecue chicken kind of pulled apart. Also, fried up in a pan like this works really well for it. How much do you think?
Just put it all on. We like a lot of toppings on our pizza.
That's a lot of chicken.
Well, you don't have to do that much. Okay, that's probably good.
Okay. We'll call that good.
Okay, so we have our chicken on there, and now we're just going to top it off with pineapple. I like to put red onions on it. You can add bell peppers, red peppers, whatever you would like.
And we're not because I can't stand it. I
I
don't
like
mind
onions.
a few red onions. I don't really like bell peppers at all. But I love pineapples. Pineapples belong on a pizza. That's all I got to say. Whether it's a ham pizza, the Hawaiian style, but barbecue chicken, I think the pineapple is just that zing. Just goes right with the barbecue sauce.
We're going to finish it off with another light layer of cheese. This pizza is now ready for the oven. We're going to bake it at 415 for about 20 minutes.
Okay, we're back. The pizza's been cooking for about 22 minutes, and it looks great. This is our barbecue chicken pizza with pineapples, and it's kind of now for the final steps, and then we get to eat it.
It's
which
all
is
you.
The best part.
This is his job.
So, I like to add a little bit of a garlic butter. I just melt a little bit of butter, add a little bit of the garlic powder, and then just take a baster brush, and then you just kind of lightly brush it on the pizza crust. And that stone's still hot, so be careful. But this kind of softens the crust and also, of course, adds a nice buttery garlic flavor, which is what everybody wants on a stuffed crust pizza.
It makes it delicious.
You can even throw in some Italian seasoning in that butter. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so we just go all the way around the edge, nice and lightly. Or very heavily if you want. Okay, so the crust is now buttered. I'm just going to set this back here.
We're ready to cut it up and eat.
Oh boy. Huh?
A plate.
Oh. Okay, I'll grab a plate here. And this is going to be really hot. Okay.
It's all done.
Well, Dan and Kathy always try it. I think we should too.
Go ahead.
It's going to be a little hard. Whoa, that is way hot. Grab your little fork there. Oh, take a look at that. Got to get a pineapple on there. Oh, it's steaming. Oh yeah. This really is my favorite pizza. It is delicious. Thanks for showing us this.
We hope you enjoy it.
Feel free to leave us some comments below and share some pizza recipes. This month's newsletter is all on pizzas. We try to come up with something that may be a little different, and we really hope you like it. So, Danny and Kathy will be back for the next one, but I hope you enjoy.